Welcome to another video. Just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you all in the intro. Welcome back, folks, to another video. We're doing it on 8 Whack, which is a sweet list that I pulled off of MTG Goldfish off of Raging Tilt Monster. This deck is the actual first deck I ever 5-0'd with on MTG or on MTGO Online, on MTG Goldfish, my first ever result. So I am super happy to be playing this list because I just love this deck. I think it's like one of the coolest decks. Like, it's so cheap, it's so efficient. It literally costs like, pennies to buy this list. In paper it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's probably one of the cheapest lists that you can play in Modern that's at least somewhat competitive, because this deck is just so cheap. Every card in this list is so cheap and just so efficient, but it's super fun because it is a very aggressive deck that also has that weird reach of one of my favorite cards of all time is Goblin Grenade. This is the only like 1-mana spell that deals 5 damage. I mean, it's like the only, I think, burn spell that really does 5 damage. It's efficient at all. And also, like, the flavor text of this card is just beautiful. Don't underestimate the aerodynamic qualities of the common goblin. Like, come on, that's just, and like the art's just so beautiful. This is like one of the best and like most like, this is one of my favorite cards of all time. Just like such a cool card. But yeah, so what's the point of the deck? It is to play creatures, be aggressive, attack for a lot, kill opponent. That's basically the recipe. You have cards like Foundry Street Denizen, which can grow really quickly. You have the 8 Bushwhackers, which, if you do not know, where are they? They give your team +1/+0 and haste until end of turn, so you can go multiple. Traditionally in the past, you could go multiple Burning Tree emissaries. There's no list, or there's no Burning Tree BTEs in this list, so it's a little bit different than the list that I've played, but it's more of a, I would say, a more fair version where it's more goblin oriented, and you are playing, this lord, and you're a little bit more grindy because this lord's very strong in what it does. So I think this is an interesting take on the list. Now I'm curious to see, is it better? Is it worse? What matchups are we better and worse against? So as for the main deck, that is the main difference between this and other lists. As for the sideboard, we have, a lot of efficient stuff. Dragon's Claw for the burn matchup. Tomat's Crypt, just really efficient, graveyard interaction. Also important with Surge. That's something really important in this deck, is getting Surge off of Reckless Bushwhacker. Same thing with Chalice. You can do it, get Surge. Blood Moon for those, land matchups where this is like completely lights out. And then Smash Smithereens for, those artifact based decks. So overall, I'm super excited to get into this list. Let me know down below if you want to see more of this, or, the more traditional version that I actually played to get my first ever 5-0. I'll leave a link to both decks down below. So if you want to check them out down below. Check out all my other stuff, Patreon, all of that stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the first match. First match that we're getting into, and we're on the draw, but with a pretty sweet hand. So I'm definitely happy with the, oh, wait. Ragavan. Oh, baby. I think it is just a bolt target here. Just as simple as it gets. Not sure what we're up against here, but let's see. Wow, opponent just plays a Ketria Triumph and says go. Interesting. I'm not excited about playing a Runevelt Hordemaster into a potential Bolt or Renin 6, but kind of don't really see a better plan here. So, yeah, it's kind of what we have. And, yeah, it is what it is, really. That's... Just hope that, it doesn't get Renin 6'd. Okay, they're shocking, which is good for us. Seismic Assault? Oh, this is what we're up against. Okay, definitely a cool list. Alright, Legion Loyalist. Put that on the battlefield, and then we will Surge this Reckless Bushwhacker. So we need to be worried about what? Slowgurk and Life from the Loam. Now granted, I don't know if those are the most concerning cards as of right now, but this is not a bad turn for us. We get to get some damage in. Hopefully they don't have like all lands in their hand. I don't know. We're gonna be in trouble here against quite a bit of stuff, so let's just hope that, it doesn't get too bad here. Discards a land. What do we get off the top of our deck until your next turn? Castle Inbreath does not help us. Okay, we will attack for 4. Just really hoping that this is not a Life from the Loam deck. Or it is a Life from the Loam deck, but really hoping they don't have Life from the Loam. Slogurk, sure. Okay, so let's think about this situation. I kind of need to Goblin Grenade them. But like, what do we get rid of here? Legion Loyalist, I assume? Or... yeah, this is complicated, isn't it? So, we know they have all spells in hand, which is not the best situation. I guess they could have some lands, but I think this is our play. Goblin Grenade you. Surge out a Bushwhacker. Attack face with both. Oh, is that even good? I think so. Then we just draw to our 3 bolts or any haste creature. They could block. Oh, no blocks? Oh, oops. Don't have a land in your hand. Don't have a land in your hand. Add another land in their hand. Oh, that's not good for us. Well, now we are in trouble. That was not good. I was really hoping they didn't have a land in their hands, but, you know. It's okay. Dashing the Monk. Damn it. That's what I needed, a bolt into a goblin. Blue. Red. Return. Whoa. Foundry Street Denizen. Alright. We only really have one option here. Is to cast our creature, Goblin Grenade them, and then hope that we draw a... Wait, is there like an infinite combo with this? I feel like there is an infinite combo here. I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't remember how it works. Okay, Goblin Grenade you. The aerodynamics of that County Street Denizen is insane. Alright, we're drawing to bolt, and that's it. Okay, bouncing lands to our hand, I see. So they can shoot us for 6, and then attack us for 7. 6 plus 7 is 13, so that's not lethal. Okay, that's lethal. Alright, that is tough. Alright, what do we want here? I would assume that we need Tomad's Crypt for this matchup, and I probably think Blood Moon's good enough as well. But then again, Blood Moon might not be the best card here. Let's see. Get rid of our Goblin Instigator for the Tomad's Crypts, and being on the play I think will be very much important here. Alright, this hand is very, very strong. So we have Foundry into Mog, into Bushwhacker, which will be pretty spicy. Alright, turn 1, only play we have. Literally no other play. I also love the art of Mog War Marshal, like just kind of cool. Looks like a scary goblin. Ooh, Bolt's not a bad draw either. Okay, so we got Triumph, and is this a Rin? That's... oh. Why are we killing our Mog War Marshal? That seemed like the... okay, makes a little bit more sense. I was like, that seems like the actual worst option. But, okay, this makes a tad bit more sense. Alright. Bolt the Rin, I believe. Play our Mog War Marshal. I'm probably gonna pay the Echo here, So that the following turn I can go Reckless Bushwhacker into. Do they have EI? Okay. Reckless Bushwhacker into, or Goblin Grenade into the Reckless Bushwhacker. Alright, so they got themselves another mountain. Okay, definitely paying the Echo. What do we got here? Okay, we draw a Lightning Bolt. Quite good, actually. Gives us a lot of burn. Not upset about that. Bolting our Goblin token. Alright. Not upset. Not upset at all about that one. We still have Goblin Grenade into Bushwhacker and Bolt as well. The opponent's playing super duper slow. It's just like, after like every decision, it seems like they're taking a minute to figure out what to do. Alright, I think I'm bolting face here. Castle and Breath. Alright. Goblin Grenade you into Surge, a Bushwhacker. I don't think there's any reason to play the Castle and Breath. The only thing I could imagine, I'm trying to think if there is a reason to play the this Castle and Breath. I think there's not really a good reason. God, dude, they just have all the lands. I see. Not sure. I'm gonna play it. I just feel like it's gonna be, we're gonna come back to the point where it's like that was a mistake not to play it. Renin 6. Don't be Renin 6. Okay. Do we have Loam? This seems like a night. Okay, that was the actual best draw in our deck. Now we just need any goblin off the top and the game's over. So it looks like we are getting a little bit lucky here. Okay, so you can deal 6 damage a turn. So we have 3 turns to find a goblin. All right. Fast. Goblin Grenade. Barely getting across the line, unless they have a, you know, a counter spell here, but all right. Heck yes. Okay. Man, we are up against a weird deck here. I don't think Blood Moon's very good. I don't think there's anything we really want. This seems like a horrible matchup. Like, they're just a removal deck, and I don't think there's any real fighting it other than getting fortunate enough to draw enough burn. Because I don't think we're winning with on the ground creatures. That being said, this hand's just like way too meh. Alright, this hand's a little bit better. Kind of the same problem, but I think I will keep this. It's a little bit more spell dense, so. Okay, they played a tapped Stomping Ground. Ooh, Goblin Grenade, quite good. Get our point of damage in here. Probably gonna end up bolting a Wren if they play it. No Wren. Heck yes. Ooh. Runevelt Hordemaster. Do we play the Battlecry Goblin or do we play the Runevelt? I think I want to play the Runevelt. I'm not sure about this, but I think it's better. Bolt, maybe? Yeah. We gotta be concerned about exactly whatchamacallit, the 3-drop Seismic Assault, because I'm not sure if we can beat that card. Yep. That's a good one. What do we got? Got a Bushwhacker off the top. Cast a Bushwhacker. Oops. Let's play Battlecry Goblin. Now, if they have a life from the loam, we are in trouble. If they don't, we are at least alive. We have 11 point of burn. We're not in a good spot. Man. They literally played nothing. God. I think I just have to pump twice. I mean, if they have 2 lands in their hand, like, it sucks, but I can't imagine not just doing this. Like, okay, again, that sucks, but I don't really know what I can do about it. Again, they've just had a Seismic Assault every game, and that's just like the actual best card against us. It's pretty hard for us to beat this card. Just like genuinely very difficult. The card's very strong. The Slogurk. That's another issue. Yeah. I don't really know what we can do here. A Foundry, Street Denizen. We kind of need like a Tomod script here. Like the draw we're looking for. A Bushwhacker. A good card to have in the pocket. So let's say their card in hand is not good. Hypothetically. I'm not saying it isn't good. God damn it, dude. Stop drawing lands. Now we're on a 4-turn clock. Red. Astragavan. We kind of need to kill that one, I think. Now I just don't know how to beat this Slogurk. Because if they draw a land, we're just like so dead to this card. They didn't attack? Like, we just gotta pass. There's nothing to do. Just hope they get a little aggressive here. Oh my god, that was like the best draw possible. Ah! They exiled another Seismic Assault. I would imagine if they have a land in hand, they would attack here, but they're not attacking. They're playing Afraid, which kind of makes sense. I think I just have to like try and kill them out of the blue once they attack once, but that's just gonna be really hard to do. Especially because I'm assuming they have a Life from the Loam in their hand. I'm assuming that's the only card I would be grabbing. Unless it's Renin 6, it's not a... Maybe it is a land. But again, if they had a land, I think they would have pitched a land. I don't know. We're not in a good spot. That's just the simple truth. We have a second Slogurk. Problem. That's basically Life from the Loam. Yeah, now you can attack. Because now you just have... Oh, are we just going ham on us? So that is... not lethal, I don't think. Bounce Slogurk. Oh, that is lethal. Great. Alright, well... As I said, this seems like a horrible matchup. We kind of needed to draw our Tomod script. They also just drew the Seismic Assault every game, and like, there's not much that we could do about it. So I will see you all in match number 2. So can we get a good hand to start match 2? Drum roll. Oh man, that hand's horrible. Okay. This hand's interesting at the bare minimum. I do think this hand is good enough. I'm skeptical, but I'm gonna keep it. I think I do want to... do I want to get rid of that creature? I think so. Let's get there. Let's get there, Foundry Street Denizen. Into Mog, into Double Loyalist, into Bushwhacker, into yes. Yes. Ooh, opponent plays a basic forest. Ooh, green, green. What does this mean? That kind of rhymed. Green, green. What does this mean? No land for us. That's not good. Is this Enchantress? Perhaps? Whoa. Double green into an Urza Saga. I am now actually very confused. 2, 3. A Nettle Cyst. Wow. So you can't block my creatures? Because this is a token. Can't be blocked by token creatures this turn, yeah. Okay. So all of our stuff's unblockable because of these Legion Loyalists. Now, granted, we don't have lands, so that's a problem. But if we find another land, we win the game, I think. But we do have to be worried about exactly Shatter Spear. But Shatter Spear we can definitely beat. If we draw land next turn, we go Goblin Instigator into Bushwhacker, because Instigator is, like, kind of better than... Okay, so, like, actually, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because we're going to be kicking Bushwhacker anyway. So I guess I should play Mogwar Marshal. Like, this is all predicated on the fact that we are drawing the land. You know, we're accepting it. We're drawing the land. Mogwar Marshal is better, right? Because we can block with it, or we can just not pay the Echo and then kick the Bushwhacker and bolt them for lethal. Another Saga. Definitely interesting. We got here double. Don't tell me you're a Chalice of the Void deck. Oh, Lickle Meadow Coating. Oh. Oh. I see. I don't have lands. So now. Ah, yes, we did draw the land. I knew it. See, look, I told you while we were drawing the land. So we attack for 3. Attack for 4. Then 4 next turn. So 4 is 9. 4 again. I don't think we can beat this Nettle Cyst. Oh man. I think we're dead because they drew this little fun time. I think I have to bolt them and then bushwhack. Because I don't think we're winning any other way. 10. So if we bolt them, yeah, that's lethal if we draw a land. So this Nettle is gonna, yeah, they probably just find Shadow Spear though, and I don't know if we can beat Shadow Spear. Well, I do know our sideboard's filled with Smash the Smithereens, which will be quite important in this matchup. Okay, they did grab the Shadow Spear, which was the concern. I don't know if we can beat the Shadow Spear. So they attack for 6. We bolt them. I guess we can maybe beat the Shadow. I don't know. If we draw a land, we might be able to. Although it seems pretty tough, right? Like, we go down, they attack us for 6 here. They go up to 16. We bolt them down to... Oh, well, if they... I guess they might just destroy our land, right? That just makes things easier for them. And I don't think we'd have an out at that point. Yeah, they should definitely play Karn here. I don't think we can have an out if they... I guess they don't know that. They probably don't know our list, so... Yeah, they are equipping Shadow Spear, which is fine. I think we can maybe actually beat Shadow Spear. It's gonna be tough, but I actually think it's more realistic than them playing Karn and taking a land away. Okay, so we need to draw ourselves a land off the top to have a chance. Land off the top. Land off the top. Land off the top. Not a land off the top. So sad we die. All right, Smash is for sure coming in. I guess the question is, do we think Blood Moon is remotely playable here? I kind of don't think it is. I'm pretty sure I'm just looking for Smashes. And I think Smash is probably just better than Bolts. Trying to think if there's any other creature. Yeah, no, I think this is a pretty clean like Bolts for Smashes. Smash definitely does quite a bit more, and like, you know, Bolt is not targeting creatures in their deck, or at least we didn't see a creature, so I'd assume there's not a creature. This also could be like that spike like Surge node list. Oh man. And is definitely interesting. I think I keep it. It's definitely like kind of slow, but kind of not slow. Has enough lands to do everything that I want to do, so I'm happy with it at least. Okay. That's annoying. Guess we're just attacking with Boundary Street Denizen. Yeah, get the gain 2. It's annoying. That's annoying. That card's pretty annoying against us. Okay, cycle the Dissenter's Deliverance. Definitely fine with that. Okay, nothing. Sweet. Ooh. Doesn't matter what we play here, so guess I'm gonna play the Mog. The Mogger. And then next turn we get to go Investigator into Bushwhacker. That's a pretty good turn. Hopefully we can just win this right here. This seems like a pretty good position to just win the game next turn. I guess actually playing Mog War Marshal is more beneficial because it's worth more damage, because it gives us a point this turn and next turn, whereas Investigator only gives us a point this turn and not the following turn. So actually playing Mog War Marshal is definitely the correct play here. I didn't really think about that, but it definitely is. So whoa, buddy. Opponent reveals a Karn Silex. Yikes. Okay. That's no bueno. But I think they're going to die here. And this comes in tap, so like it just doesn't do anything. Mog or Bushwhacker? Or Mog? Whatever. Let's just play the Mog. It's more fun. All right. Yes, yes. Surge. Think this should be lethal. Not a mathematician, but okay. Close enough. Close enough. Right. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. Don't think there's anything we're changing here. Maybe we do want some number of bolts over like investigators here. I think that's like the only card that I would want to maybe consider. I don't think I do though. I think I'm just running it back and hoping that we can draw some number of smashes to make this game easier. God, the Castle Embreath is Akko tacos. This was a mountain, or if this was an untapped land, I would definitely be snap keeping. I'm gonna keep. We're on the draw. We'll find a land, right? We'll find a land. Yay, we found a land. Do I offer the trade here? Probably. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think they take this trade. Now, I guess the better question is, next turn am I Goblin Grenading this Arbor Elf? I might. Like, low-key. Low-key might actually be playing here. That'll assist. Sure. That'll assist. Man. Oh, man. Man, oh man. I think I play this Battlecry Goblin and say go. Next turn, I think we just kick a Bushwhacker. If we don't draw one drop. If we do, we get to do some fun stuff, but I don't know. I think I just need to kill them here. And I think this is the best way of doing it. Now they do get Shadow Spear over some turns here, which is going to be scary, but I kind of think, again, we can race the Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is hard to race, but it's possible. Okay, they're just cycling their artifact removal spell. Fine. Floating some mana here. Another Nettle Cyst. Alright, things are getting a little hairy here. Things are definitely getting a little hairy. Okay. So we get to go Legion Loyalist into Surge Bushwhacker. Attack all here. We want the trigger of Legion Loyalist to be last. We get a 1/1. Now all these cannot be blocked, which is good. So they're at 9. I think next turn we have lethal with Horde Master into Goblin Grenade. I would imagine that's lethal. Now they could have something here. I'm trying to think what they could have. Maybe like they have Nature's Claim in their deck, something weird like that. And Snaring Bridge doesn't help them in this situation. Yeah, I'm just thinking they don't have an out here unless it's like a board wipe this turn, but I'm trying to think what board wipes they could have in green, and it's like not very many cards. So other than like Karn Silex, which is colorless, and that enters the battlefield tapped and they can't use it, so that's not a card that I'm really worried about. God, I really do hope that I called it like they have their own Nature's Claim. I thought it was like float a mana off a saga, Nature's Claim your own saga, gain the 4 life, you still get to search. That would have been really cute, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. Yeah, it didn't end up happening. They just grabbed Shadow Spear. So sad. Like, what the heck? That would have been fun. Okay, another land. I'm trying to think that this game's over. Shadow Spear. Gaining 4 is not saving you. Right, opponent plays a relic. Sure. Relic, whatever. I guess it gains them a life. That is okay. Back for 9. We go to 7. We play our Runeville Master and win the game. I'm assuming. I don't know if that's actually lethal, but okay, that's Omega lethal, but Horde Master. I think this is just lethal on its own. 2, I don't know, whatever. Math is for blockers. All of our stuff gets trampled too, so like their Arbor Elf doesn't really even get to soak up that much damage. So what's this? 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, this is 14 exactly. So they could technically go to 1, but we do have a Goblin Grenade to finish them off. Okay, they block there. I don't think this is lethal. I think we're 1 off, right? Sure. Okay. Yep. Go to 1. I will Goblin Grenade you, sacking this Gobbo. And now even Nature's Claim cannot save you. Runevelt triggers. Uh-oh. Cycle. And we got the match. All right, we're 1-1. I'll see you all in match number 2. Or number 3. Oops. Okay, we're into match number 3. Another weird hand with like just this Castle Embereth, bro. Why are we playing this card? I mean, I kind of get it, but like don't play. I don't know. It's hurting me. I feel like I would imagine if we were playing with Castle Inbreath, then it'd be worth to trim the canopy lands and just play this. But maybe we should go the other way. I don't know. Just having tapped lands in your like oops all one drop deck seems abysmally bad. But let's see what we're up against. Please Thoughtseize me. Oh yeah. Oh thought mother trucker, dude. Thoughtseize self. God damn it. Alright, we're not beating that. Alright, I'm bringing in Blood Moons and Nomad's Crypts. Let's take out the bolts. I just like... Alright, you got us. I mean, nothing I can do. Like, I'm not beating that. Like, yeah. Alright, let's get into the next match. Or next game, oops. Okay, we're on the play. Ah, man. Just a mole here. Hand's better, but doesn't have a land still. Do I keep? I'm keeping. Very, very not excited about it, but I'm keeping. I'm keeping. Alright, buddy. Buddy, O-Pal, O-Deck. Give us some love. Yeah, so Archon's a 6/6, right? So if they persist it, I can Goblin Grenade it. Not saying that's a good... Not a good out, but it's like kind of an out. I mean, not really, but it is, I guess. Don't you dare do the same play. Don't Thoughtseize yourself again, please. Okay, they're Thoughtseizing us. Sweet baby Jesus, thank God. I was not going to be happy. They should probably take the Legion Loyalist, I would assume. Unless they're, like, trying to not get got by a land off the top. And in that case, I think Mog kind of makes some sense, but... I guess, I don't know. I think I would take the Loyalist here every day of the week, but... They might just be afraid of the fact that we, yeah. I think that's also a very reasonable take. Like, if we draw the land, I think that's better than Mog War Marshal. Okay, Goblin Guide, sure. First time drawing this card. Or actually, we drew it one other time, but we instantly flung it with Goblin Grenade. It's crazy. We do run, you know, 4 copies of this card in our deck. Archon on top. Archon on top, like it meant a lot. So they're essentially at 7, fetching down to 11. So they're at, oh, wait a moment. No fetch. No fetch, no problem. All right, Mog it is. Mog! More like Pog, War Marshal. That'd actually be a good emote. When I get back into streaming, that's going to be an emote. Pog, War Marshal? Pog. Alright, don't have, you know, Ephemerate plus, you know, Solitude plus White card plus Death. Alright, top card is a Godless Shrine. F6ing, just, you know, do it to me if you got it. They don't got it. Alright, well, we have Lethal on board, so... I don't know, we even have Lethal... Like, let's just say, hypothetically, they have a board wipe here, and they tap out. I guess unless they have, if they have a, are we shocking here and gaining 2? I still think you're just dead to Goblin Grenade. I don't think they have outs here. Tainted Indulgence. Okay, yeah, you're 100% dead now. Unless they have a Thoughtseize. But then they go up to 7, down to 5. We sack here. Back here. I don't know. Oh, they didn't even discard Archon, so I don't think, yeah, okay. I was like, they didn't even discard the Archon, so maybe they just don't have it out. Okay. I do think Blood Moon's good, because it's kind of like a oops, I win spell. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it in. They don't seem to have many basics, and I don't think they're really expecting Blood Moon out of us, so if it gets there, it gets there. Okay, opponent's mulliganing to 6. We are definitely keeping this hand. Has a Crypt and a Blood Moon. They're on a mull to 5, and I'm feeling good. Definitely feeling good. Because I think both these cards are pretty much just like, this buys us time to get to this, and we have a slow but, you know, acceptable-ish clock. I think I'm just going to run out a Bushwhacker here on turn 1. Yeah, just cast a Bushwhacker. Cast my Crypt. Say go. Next turn we will, you know, kicker the Bushwhacker, attack for 4, then play Blood Moon, and feel pretty ahead of this game. No play from the opponent, so that's a little sus. That's just a little sus. Another Goblin Grenade. We have drawn quite a few Goblin Grenades, and I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Okay, attack for 4. Not really that impressive, but it is something, you know. Attack you. Solitude Ephemerate's probably the only thing I should be afraid of. And even that we can deal with at some point. Hopefully they don't have... Okay. Looks like that's what they have. My best guess here is that Blood Moon is going to buy us time to eventually win the game. Now, granted, that could not happen, but I do think... Alright, let's just F6 here. We're not doing anything impactful here. Like, we basically have to kill the Solitude at some point, and that's about as bad as it goes. Also, they did miss the opportunity to, like, trigger on the stack of the Bushwhacker, kill both, and then, like, we only gain 2 instead of 4. That doesn't really matter that much, because our life total is very much irrelevant, but definitely something small, right? They could have done that. That's something that people need to think about, right? Like, sometimes there are slightly optimal plays. I definitely am not the best at making pure optimal plays, but that is a slight optimal play that our opponent could have made. Right. We are gonna cast a Blood Moon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Blood Moon. Alright, go ahead. On untaps with their beautiful mountains and a Solitude that we can't really lose to. Now I guess my question is, I think I am just like Goblin Grenade, the Solitude. Just like kill it. I don't really want to give them draws to a land. Alright, go ahead. Now we start the really shitty beats. This is where the real fun comes, when you have Blood Moon on the battlefield and you're just playing the game. Alright, Legion Loyalist into a Surged Bushwhacker, which is not that impressive, but, you know. Heck, 4 damage is more than 0. They're probably going to have to draw a basic swamp to even, like, well, there it is. As I say, to start even pretending like they have a chance this game, but that quantifies as that card that I was worried about. Again, this is why we do need to kill them. We can't give them forever to play the game. Okay, still nothing, which is good. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Second Blood Moon, in case they have a way to bounce one of them. I don't know if that's actually something that they had, but I would assume not. But again, no reason to hold it, I don't think. Hey, so we're getting there. One land or one spell at a time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let you have that. I know this might just be the bait, but I kind of think I need to not let them buy more time. As I said, the problem with this is it gives them more time, and I don't really want to give them more time. I want to kill them pretty much now. So give me a creature, please. Goblin Grenade. Not bad. That kills them next turn. So that do kill you next turn. They have a temporary lockdown. Wow. All right. Give me a Gobbo off the top, please. What we're looking for. Because if they have another persist, it's like, okay, persist our solitude. Move on. Okay, they don't. Bushwhacking. That's lethal. That do be lethal. If you let us attack you for 4. Okay, I guess they could have like a force negation, but I highly doubt that's in their deck. All right, and seems like we got there. Yep. Wow, definitely a little bit of a lucky game to win because I couldn't really imagine Reanimator is a great matchup, but we stole game 2 and game 3. We just had kind of the nuts. So, all right, let's get into match number 4. We are on the play for match 4, which is huge. Another hand where it's like, I'm gonna keep, but this has happened too many times now to the point where I can't agree with this mana base. Just like, we don't want tapped lands, period. Like, ever. That's just not what we want. Just, I am just gonna say it. Tapped lands can't be in this deck. So either I would just say cut the Castle and Breath. I don't think it's relevant in this deck. Oh wow, Dismember. Oh wow, Dismember. Yeah, I don't know if you want to be casting that one. I'm concerned that this is Eldrazi-tron, which if it is Eldrazi-tron, that is a scary matchup that I would like to avoid, but kind of can't. Oh yeah, we can't avoid it because we're already playing against them. Simple as that. God, I'm so smart. Land? Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, deck. Alright, let's play our Investigator here, I believe. I guess we could play Battlecry Goblin into Hornmaster. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, and I think I'd rather get a 1/1 next turn. There's no like, I guess the Walking Ballista. Why Walking Ballista? You're so good against us. You're like actually kind of insane against us if they have Tron. We playing a Ballista? It looks like we're playing a Ballista. Chalice. Okay, I don't care about Chalice. Chalice is like kind of annoying, but like whatever. I'm just gonna play this Horde Master. Attack you for 8. Another Dismember, sure. You have 2 uncastables and then whatever Walking Ballista is, which is a castable but not a good one. Then next turn we can just like pump our team twice with Battlecry Goblin. Might as well. If we draw a land, that is. If we don't, yeah. If we did draw land, we can just go Investigator into pump. We wouldn't, so it just wouldn't matter. Probably gonna bring in Smashes here over Bolts. Again, I think that is like, when Smash is good, Bolt's bad. Like, just kind of as simple as that, other than probably Hammer Time and that matchup. Like, I would maybe consider taking out like the grindier cards, like the Horde Masters, or like maybe I could consider the Goblin Grenades, but I don't really know. I would imagine, oh wait, Blood Moon's good in this matchup. Investigator is bad. Let's at least submit this, and then we can trim. What do we want to trim? I think like maybe a Horde Master. Okay, we're just playing with 61. That's okay. I mean, I've been keeping these 1-landers and it's been paying off. We do run 20 lands in the deck, so if you do the, you know, the math. The quick math is like we got around 60 cards in the deck. We have less than that. If 20 of them are lands, we have a 1 in 3 chance of drawing the lands, and we have 2 turns to do it. So whatever, it's likely. So like, I'm just gonna keep my hands. Our opponent did mulligan to 6, so maybe that's a reason to, you know, mulligan here. But I think this is a fairly aggressive hand that I'm pretty happy keeping, and it has a smash to smithereens, which is quite strong. Okay, we did not find a land. It's a little saddening, but again, as I said, it's okay if we don't find the land. I mean, I'm keeping this hand every time anyways, so you can't just let, you know, result, whatever it's called, outcome bias, or the heck it's called. I don't remember what it is, but you can't let that really affect your decisions. All right, land, we did it. Yay. I'm gonna play a Mog War Marshal, attack for 3. See if they have a land, a Tron land, Walking Ballista is gonna be pretty strong. And there's no real clean way to deal with it other than smash, and like then we don't even deal them 3. They get to end up killing basically everything. But let's see, they might go like block ping. But I could also just see, it depends if they have the Tron land, right? If they have the Tron land, yeah, I'm gonna assume based on this no block, they're on Tron land here. I think that's like the only card that really makes sense. Yep. So they're on natural Tron. They can, yeah, yeah. This is definitely a good turn, right? Definitely not pain. No. So, what are we drawing? A land would be cool. All right, just say go. We'll wait for them to attempt to put a counter on the Walking Ballista and smash it. Yep. This is why they should have done it on their turn. No reason to wait here. Like, they just lose out on that. Another land, another problem. Let's see. Smasher. Double Smasher would be quite strong. I don't think I can block here. Just think that's not really helping us. Okay, we gotta think how we win this game, right? So we win this game obviously by killing the opponent, and how do we do that the best possible way? I think it's Foundry Street Denizen plus Reckless Bushwhacker this turn. Hope we draw a land, then we can go Battlecry Goblin, pump haste. I'm not sure on the math on that, but I think it would be lethal. And I'm not really, again, math is not really what I want to do right now. So let's just attack them. Let's see, if we play this pump, yeah, that's more than lethal unless they hold back. And in that case, they're holding back, they're not winning the game, right? They could just have a Reality Smasher here. We lose. Again, don't care. Not a problem. It happens. Shit happens. Whatever. If they just attack with the Smasher, we can just like play out a Mog War Marshal and buy us some time. We have a lot of flexibility here, right? We're just not kind of prized into one play and one play only. Okay, just attacking with the Smasher, which, as expected, is good for us, I believe. 7, 8. Okay. All right. All right. That's okay. We weren't playing the game anyway. All right. I just love that. It's like, okay, yep, we're playing the game. Nope. Why not just like clear the board, attack with both? Like, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's get to the next game. Yep. Starter looks freaking insane. We have Goblin Guide into Bushwhacker into Moon into Reckless Bushwhacker. So hand is quite gassy gas. Definitely happy with it. Land, Gabo. Urza's Power Plant. Don't have a 1-drop 2. 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 With this start, I'm assuming they're gonna turn to TKS us. which is not good considering we have a Blood Moon. That's kind of our plan here, but you know. Attack you for 5. Walking Ballista. Walking Barista. Oh, they didn't have it. Okay. Wow. I'm kind of shocked by that, actually. Please play Chalice. Please play Chalice. Please play Chalice. I don't care about Chalice. Walking Ballista. Alright. That's fine. Mog, War Marshal. That's good next turn. Alright, attack you with both. Arn the Great Creator. Okay. So yeah, we block. Block ping, sure. Block ping. Then we have a Blood Moon, which is good. Blood Moon. Nice mountains. Can't really cast. Their deck doesn't really cast things off of just mountains other than really just Walking Ballista, and that's really about it. Karn Silex. Okay. That's a good one. We have lethal. This is 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. It's only 9. That is a good one, isn't it? So they have to do this at sorcery speed. What does this do? Destroy each non-land permanent. So let's think here. We can go. That's a good one, isn't it? I kind of think I'd go Horde Master into Reckless Bushwhacker. That gives us 3 draws off the top to any Bushwhacker effect, which kills them. Any gives us quite a lot of things to draw to. So this line is worth how much? It's worth 1. It's worth 3, 6, 8. But then we have that puts them to 5, and then any Bushwhacker off the top's lethal. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this line. I'm thinking this is the line. Oh wait, this does 9. Apologies. Again, oh, they have a swamp on top. Okay. So now we have 3 looks at any Bushwhacker effect. We can also just draw a Goblin Grenade, which kills them. Yeah, they have to pop the Karn Silex. So let's just not get got here, please. 3 Gobos. Goblin Grenade, that doesn't help. War Master. Okay, I mean, happens, I guess. And then I guess next turn, like, we can just play 2 War Masters and like, or War Marshals. And they're in a weird spot. Damn you, Goblin Grenade. That's what I wanted. Lethal! That's good. Yep. Say go. Say go! This is also a little cute interaction with Runevelt and War Master, or War Marshal. Why do I keep saying War Master? War Marshal. Just get a goblin off the top. That's pretty cool. Okay, they play the swamp that we knew about. So their hand is Karn and 5 mystery cards. What could you have? They can't have Ugin, because that's like the one card that would be terrifying. Karn Silex does nothing. They're at 4. Dismember is pretty uncastable. Pretty close to uncast. Maybe it's not actually uncastable, but it's pretty darn close. Okay, Thought-Knot Seer. What's this? Remember? Walking Ballista. Man. Do we pay the Echo? Ugh. That's a tough question. I don't think we do. Don't think we do. Castle and Breath. God damn it. Goblin Grenade? Ugh. Well, we're at 4. We attack with all. They block here, ping here. No. Block here, ping there. Is there like any... I don't think it gets better for us, so I kind of think we need to attack, but like, does it get better for us? Not really, because the second this ballista goes to 2, I guess our out is Goblin Grenade, right? And like, attacking here is kind of just stupid because our out is Goblin Grenade, right? So I kind of think Goblin Grenade is our out. We played a Goblin Grenade, right? Like, we've drawn kind of poorly here, but, you know, we can't be upset because, you know, whatever, it happens. Because the problem with attacking there is, like, they don't even need to block. They can go to 1, right? So they can just, like, block the Runevelt Horde Master with the Thought-Knot Seer, take 3 from the Goblin token, and then what happens? Just nothing happens? Yeah, like, I just... Going to 2. House on 1. Oh no. Well, that's kind of minimizing our possibilities here. Now we need a smash. I guess another Runevelt would help as well. But then they kill our Runevelt in response to us playing it. Yeah. Yeah. Battlecry Goblin. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Don't think I can attack here. But next turn we can attack and we have lethal. Alright, that was probably one of the better cards in our deck. Now we just need to not die to them this turn. Because what we do here, they can kill our Horde Master, I guess. And then with... Well, they pump the Ballista, ping the Horde Master. They can ping a Goblin. Maybe they don't die here. They have to kill our Horde Master, for sure. And I think they'd have to do it now. But that means that, like, we have some good live... We have some live draws off of our Horde Master here. See what they play here. Maybe they're playing Karn. Karn would be cool. Sure. This is fine. Kill Horde Master. Give me another Horde Master. Mountain. Okay. Well, you need to kill our... one of our Goblin tokens pre-combat. Says nothing. I think we swing all out, right? I guess again this like kind of whatever. I'm attacking. I wish we actually would have drawn a land. A land would have made this game 10 times easier. They'd probably go block here, block there, block here. Okay. We pump again. They probably just can't take 2. They ping here. Oh, they don't ping here. Alright. Mountain. Great. Perfect draw. Perfect draw. Perfect draw. If I would have drawn that, we would have had such a better opportunity to win this game, but instead we drew a Boundary Street Denizen, which is basically unplayable. 6 mana. Now, to win the game, we need a Battlecry Goblin off the top, I believe, is our out. Does that even do it? No. Gets us 1 point off. Okay, I mean, we have outs. We have outs. We have time. Let's play to them. We have... Our out is a 3 of Shattering Spree. We can play to that. Yeah. Just We wait our time to shine. Just ticking up with the Ugin. So they can play Karn and then like grab another chalice. If they put a second chalice, I guess we just kill them anyway with a. We literally just kill them anyways with a smash to smithereens. So I'm just being stupid here. Okay, Karn Silex, sure. Yeah, I forgot everything costs 2 less. They definitely could have just like Karned and then Chalice for 2. They can still do that, right? I believe they could still do that. That play is still available, or was available. Alright, smash the smithereens. Another draw at it. Smash the smithereens. Another land. Alright, stay like cranking up Blast Zone to 2. For peppers. I guess they could technically have like, I don't even think Shadow Spear wins in this game at this point. Expedition map, sure. We're gonna get Tron. No, we can't get Tron this turn. Alright, legit doesn't matter. We have to draw it this turn or we lose. Right. If we block here, we absorb 5. I guess if we draw a 2-drop. No, they can just down tick, so it legit doesn't matter. I'm just not blocking, whatever. Kill us. We have 1 out and 1 out only. Let us draw it. Please, deck. 3 mana. 2 mana. Just grab... If you have Chalice in your sideboard, please just play your Karn and just grab a Chalice and put it on 2. You should have done that last turn, but we'll see. Get a boat. Okay. Sure, whatever. This doesn't matter. We have an out. Drum roll, please. Brrr. Give me the out. Give me the out. We have 4 of them in the deck for a reason. All right. Let's get into the 5th and final match. Okay, we're getting into the 5th and final match. Hands gas. Will it beat the opponent? Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, man. Something cool. Something cool for sure. Let's see what they're revealing. Saga? I barely knew her. Okay, plays a Saga. Dashing. No. It's like dashing a Ragavan, maybe? Ooh. Legion Loyalist. Do we just die to a Emery off the top? Or a blue source? Oh my god. They have... Oh man, they have the breach. Wow. Okay. Wowsies, woos, wows, wows. Wowie, woo, wow, wow. Play a breach. Maybe win the game. Exiles 2 cards. Steam Vents. Yeah, they literally just win. That's sickening. Right? Oh wait, do they have no mana floating? They don't need mana, right? I'm trying to think, is there a way I don't lose this game? Oh. Why are we doing this instead of killing us? Am I crazy? I think we literally just died there. We know they have a breach, right? So if they just play breach there, how do we not lose? Oh, I can bolt the Emery in response to them. Yeah, milling here. Okay, I see. I see. I'm an idiot. So if we bolt face, they go to 8. We play Bushwhacker into Reckless Bushwhacker. Does that win us the game? That will be 2, 5, 7, 9. If they're at 8, they can't just chump with... Okay, yeah. So we need to draw land. Land! Oh. That do anything? Wait, doesn't? Yeah, attacking with both. Maybe they don't block here. That's our only out I can see. They're too smart. Too smart. Their brain's too big. All right. Domat's Crypt, Smash, Chalice of the Void's really good. Maybe not. Bolt's not bad. I'm thinking I want to trim on Goblin Grenade here. Not Goblin Guide, Grenade. I can just get rid of Investigators, and I think this is okay. I'm just kind of convinced that Goblin Grenade just can't really keep up here. Sure, this hand's fine. It's a little slow, but like, slow and steady wins the race, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Agavan. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. That's not fair. My goblin's not better than your monkey. Guess I'm blocking. Sucks, but kind of the truth. I don't really love them attacking me and taking my stuff. Oh shit. This card seems absurd. Like, actually quite absurd. Well, folks, I think we are what they call dead. I'm gonna play out a Bushwhacker and just vibe. It's kind of chill here. Where we're at in our life. This card seems really strong. Like, yeah, new set card seems good in this list for sure. And yeah, this is kind of sweet. Well, I'm actually kind of a little bit jealous of their deck right now. Seems dope. Ah, look at our look at us. we have a Foundry Street Denizen. Yeehaw. Alright, I'm trading here. This card just is gonna bury us. As awful as that seems, like we're just not beating this card. Another land. Cool. Yay. Go ahead. Probably should have played my Islet there, but I'm not really concerned about that. I just, oh my god, wait, this with Urza Saga is, wow. Wait a moment, that right there is, oof. Holy. Alright, E-Ion. E-Ion, we're not making a construct as of right now, but, god, dude, this card is, that is a really cool card. Like, just, I'm also, I like these tokens a lot, but yeah, that's a cool one to add to this list. Seems quite powerful at the bare minimum, like just as a good token maker, good like backup plan here. Just completely burying us here. I mean, we really didn't stand a chance this game, and our hand wasn't great. I mean, okay, we've also drawn like a lot of lands, but you can't always just be like, all right, I just drew a lot of lands. Like, we genuinely, I don't think if these were like half of our lands were spells, I don't think we're winning this game anyways. Yeah, I'm just conceding. I don't think there's an out here. Maybe another smash, but like, yeah, we're just dead. That, yeah. Wow. So we went 2-3. The deck felt okay. We lost. I think we should have, thinking back on it, I messed up a little bit against the E-Tron player. I think I could have won that game if I sequenced a little bit. I think I should have played out the War Marshal and just said go, and then I actually win the following turn. And then they're not really prized into popping, like they are prized into popping the Sylex, but then like our board's a little bit better. So I kind of think I messed that game up. I'm not sure though. that was a tough decision, and I actually don't know what the right decision was. Maybe there was no out against that E-Tron player, but the other matches I think were pretty obvious that like we just couldn't do much. That Underworld Breach deck's just really, really powerful, and that, you know, the Token Maker was quite good. The Seismic Assault deck, that deck preys upon creature decks, and we are a creature deck, so that's, you know, it is what it is. That deck just seemed absurdly good. And then E-Tron, kind of the same boat. Walking Ballista really carried them that against us. Karn Silex also kind of like a new card as well, really shining there and showing like, okay, we have an answer to, you know, Blood Moon that's colorless, and that's just pretty sweet, and it's an answer to your board. So that was definitely a cool, you know, way to lose that game at the bare minimum. So overall, I definitely like the list. I do not think that the Horde, I don't like the Horde. I don't like the Horde Master plan. I don't like the Goblin plan as much. Like, I would get rid of, you know, this stuff. I really like the all. I mean, maybe just cut these cards. Maybe actually the Battlecry Goblin is pretty good. I think I still like the Burning Tree Emissary version, just because I think that is more explosive, and I think that's kind of the idea of this deck, right? You want to be explosive. We weren't really, you know, playing to the board quick enough, and like, our deck doesn't go good late. It doesn't really do much late, and like, we couldn't really go like, okay, two things into Bushwhacker very often, because, you know, our land count's low. We don't want to be drawing 4 lands, right? And like, the ideal, you know, scenario here is like, okay, I play a 2-drop into a Bushwhacker, and like, just felt really awkward. So overall, I don't hate the list. I just think you need Burning Tree Emissary to make this deck a little bit more efficient, a little bit more aggressive, and I just think that would be a great addition. I mean, that is a card that's been in these lists quite often. The sideboard was fine. Dragon's Claw was really the only card that I don't think is necessary, depending on what you are worried about. You could just play like another Tomod's Crypt, another Chalice, you know, another Blood Moon, kind of just go 4-4-3. Just be very consistent, or you could play, you know, a plethora of things, right? Like Dismember or stuff like that, like a removal spell if you really want it. For like a pro red creature, like core, I don't know. It's not, you know, there's answers to things if you want it. But overall, definitely happy with the list. I hope you all enjoyed it. It is one of my, this deck has a soft spot in my heart, because I do think this is one of the funnest lists. You just play goblins and small creatures, and you just try and kill the opponent really quickly. And I really like aggro decks some of the time, and I think this is one of the, you know, one of the more unique aggro decks that's not, you know, just burn. You know, this aggro decks are hard to come by, especially in Modern, especially these days with Fury and stuff. So the fact that this got a 5-0 was pretty awesome. So anyways, without further ado, I appreciate you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, check out the Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and other links down below. And if you want to see more of this, let me know it down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.